At the moment it looks more likely that we see a Bournemouth second than a Manchester United equaliser. Quarter of the game gone here on Flashscore UK, and it is Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 0. Dominic Solanke with a record-breaking 17th Premier League goal of the season. Josh King's 16 Premier League goals back in 2017 was the pre-game joint record alongside Solanke. The former Liverpool and Chelsea man is now out in front. And once again asking the question to Gareth Southgate of will or will he not be travelling to Euro 2024 this summer. There's plenty of options, of course, for Southgate. As the referee just takes a quick breath here. I think we've had a slight technical issue with his earpiece. The players are going to take advantage here and have a little water break whilst Tony Harrington sorts himself out. Solanke certainly is giving Southgate something to think about. There's obviously Harry Kane as first choice in that number 9 role for England, but Solanke, Ollie Watkins with Aston Villa, Ivan Toney for Brentford, of course, all knocking on the door. It is, as the old saying goes, a good problem for Gareth Southgate to be scratching his head over. Solanke now just one goal behind Watkins. He wouldn't bet against Southgate potentially picking both players to take to Germany this summer. Tony Harrington's got himself in a right mess here off the pitch as he's changing his equipment, changing his t-shirt. Imagine this will feed into a fairly sizable extension at the end of the first half. Sheepish as he comes back onto the field of play. Back underway here. Solanke again just nips in front of Maguire, but United number 5 goes to the ground and wins that particular tussle. Diogo Dalot squares that to Alejandro Garnacho on the halfway line for United, but that press from Bournemouth again eventually forces United back. Sinisterra, Solanke working in tandem against United. As Christie here just drops the shoulder to shake off Casemiro. He'll burst forward through the middle, lift it over to the left hand side of the box to Sinisterra. Play back to Kerkez, but he's trapped by Garnacho. Christie with the reverse ball back into Kerkez with a heavy touch, and it's eventually just skidded through for a goal kick to United. United fans, of course, in contrast to Bournemouth, who are potentially pushing for their best ever Premier League campaign. The travelling Red Devils will know that this could also be their worst Premier League season. 7th in 2013-14 in David Moyes / Ryan Giggs' sole campaign in charge. That's their lowest Premier League finish. And then in 21-22, 58 points was the lowest tally they've ever achieved. That was the trio of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Michael Carrick and Ralph Rangnick. At the moment they are 7th with 49 points on the board, so plenty of work to be done for Erik ten Hag if he wants to avoid matching either of those unwanted targets. to find a minimum of 3 wins just to match that worst ever points tally. Erik ten Hag will find himself facing more and more questions if they do fail to qualify for Europe. Dalot just has to feed that one into the feet of Rashford on the edge of the box, but it's popped off to Casemiro and the flag goes up. Real lack of cohesion in the Manchester United attack this afternoon. Seen very little of Rasmus Højlund, even less of Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho. Enormous part of the credit has to go to Bournemouth, though. They've been diligent in possession and off the ball. Zabrani and Senesi have dealt with Højlund. Adam Smith and Milos Kerkez out wide have done well. It's laid off on the edge of the box and cannoned at goal by Ryan Christie. Andre Onana will just watch it over the bar. I think the Cameroonian had that one covered, but United very slow in picking up the second ball. Mainu and Casemiro just not sharp enough to get across to Christie there. It wasn't far away. And Neto just lofts one forward in the direction of Altara, but it's headed forward by Wan-Bissaka. Smith loses possession and United will try and pounce on this. Højlund on into the edge of the box for United. He's grappling away there with Zabrani. Smith makes amends for his error as he clears away, but only as far as Aaron Wan-Bissaka deep inside the Bournemouth half. He's chased down and Maguire will start United again. Back with Wan-Bissaka. Here's Rashford. Just rolls that into the feet of Højlund. United do well to switch it over to the right hand side here now as Garnacho will go one-on-one with Kerkez inside the box, blocked off by Kerkez. Bournemouth eventually clear their lines. There is an issue with water inside the Bournemouth box as Garnacho struggled to keep his foot in there. The issues over the defensive back passes seems to have reduced, but there's certainly a problem in the penalty area, particularly for Neto. Sinistero will burst forward here for Bournemouth. Checks inside Dalot. Christie picks it up and fires it a goal. It's an easy take for Onana. I don't think Ryan Christie realised how much time he had there. A metre or two either side of Onana, and that was the second goal for Bournemouth. Let off for United. And again, another move breaks down. Rashford this time. Easily blocked off by Smith and Zabrani. Just seeing a replay of that chance for Christie. Arrived in the box at pace. Sinistera found him. Ivana came out to make the block and maybe that was just enough to put him off, but it's a chance miss for Bournemouth. Garnacho squares that one across the edge of the Bournemouth 18-yard box. Almost a chance for Fernandes. Rashford will keep it alive and go back to Garnacho. Fernandes with a chance, and Fernandes with the equaliser. Out of nothing, Manchester United back level. And it is captain Bruno Fernandes with his 7th Premier League goal of the season. Bournemouth, for the first time so far this game, just couldn't clear their lines. Senesi and Kerkez both having a bite at the apple there. They just sat up nicely for Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he has battered that one past Neto. Manchester United have been far from their best in this opening half an hour. But Captain Bruno's popped up at a vital moment here for Erik ten Hag. The Bournemouth players here are complaining about a foul in the build-up. Camboila on Solanke. It was a good few seconds before the opportunity was created by Garnacho. Really smart finish in the end from Bruno Fernandes as he just waited for it to sit up. Referee Tony Harrington will be checking on that foul. Kambuala and Solanke. We are being told there will be no video review. And the goal stands. Manchester United level here at the Vitality. A real stroke of good fortune for Erik ten Hag. The Bournemouth players still unhappy with that. Solanke, as you'd imagine, leading the protest to the referee. Fernandes showing the Manchester United attackers how it's done inside the box. Very sharp finish from the Portuguese international, and Garnacho's trying to get them going again here. He's fouled on halfway. I think we're going to have the first booking of the afternoon. Marcos Senesi. It's a bit of a cynical trick on his trip, even on his Argentinian compatriot there. Given the amount of bodies that Bournemouth had back, I don't think Senesi needed to commit that foul. It's a free kick nonetheless to United on the halfway line. Played infield to Mainu. There's space for him to burst into here, but that ball to Garnacho just a little bit too heavy, and combination of Cherries and Sinistero will get it away for Bournemouth. United, good hustle there to win it back, and it's Dalot on the overlap down the right hand side now. Runs straight into Cherries. To Solanke, lovely ball round the corner from Solanke to get Cherries moving away. We're back into Solanke. Bournemouth need numbers forward here, but it's played into the feet of Ouattara. Can he get a shot off? It's just past the post from Dango Ouattara. Really good centre forward play from Dominic Solanke in both phases there. Slipped Cherries away down the left hand side and then spotted the run of Ouattara. Bournemouth could have possibly needed Dominic Solanke in two places at once there, as his sharp shooting might have seen that in the back of the net. And that equaliser from Fernandes means that we have ourselves an open contest here. 34 minutes gone. Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1, and it's been a fairly laboured performance from the visitors prior to that goal from Fernandes. Solanke's breakthrough, a deserved goal for Bournemouth. A little bit of defensive uncertainty from the home side allowed Fernandes to profit. Here's Garnacho. It's been United's primary threat so far this evening, but he's ran straight into trouble there. Marcos Senesi just slamming the door in his face on the edge of the Bournemouth penalty area. It's well won back by Maguire. Given away though by Casemiro. And a few mistakes from the veteran midfielder so far here today. He's not looked himself. He was criticised in the 2-2 draw against Liverpool last weekend for lacking a bit of energy and zip in the Manchester United midfield, and he's certainly been guilty of that again today. Does well to get back there and slow Solanke's gallop, but it's switched over to the Bournemouth right now with Adam Smith. Here comes Senesi, just to gain some ground through the United midfield. No pressure on the ball there, and he feeds it in. And Bournemouth are back in front with Justin Kluivert. Manchester United absolutely nowhere in their press. Senesi allowed to carry the ball deep inside the Manchester United half into the feet of Kluivert in the box. He just stepped away from two United challenges and buries that one past Onana. The inquest begins here with Mainu and Fernandes. But despite finding themselves fortunately back level, Manchester United have reverted to type here. Nobody close to Senesi and nobody close to Justin Kluivert. That is a shocking goal for Manchester United to concede. The space in between Kambuala and Dalot on the left hand side of the box, ruthlessly exploited by the Dutch international. Kambuala's pointing the finger at Dalot. Dalot telling the young defender that he should have got across, and it's not a good look for Manchester United. back to the drawing board for Erik ten Hag as he scratches his head and tries to form a reaction. Here's Maguire with the switch to the Manchester United right. Dalot into the feet of Garnacho. He'll try and get United moving down the left-hand side. Fernandes onto Rashford. Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. Held up on the dead ball line by Wan-Bissaka. Højlund just tried to step away from Christie inside the box there, but Bournemouth midfielder just a bit too wily for him. An injury concern here again for Bournemouth. Luis Sinisterra is down off the ball. Seems to be complaining that he's pulled something if he's looked to track back and help out Milos Kerkez, and the early indication here would say that is the end of Luis Sinisterra's evening, brought into the starting 11 with Antoine Semenyo unavailable due to sickness. Marcus Tavernier, of course, is unlikely to feature again before the end of the campaign, and it's a developing problem for Andoni Iraola, the wide attacking positions. Alex Scott, the most likely replacement for Sinisterra here. He's in some discomfort, the former Leeds United midfielder. He's immediately signalled that he is going to need to come off. Andoni Iraola's already in conversation with Alex Scott. And that'll be a change that will have to be made before the half-time whistle here. 39 minutes on the clock, and Luis Sinisterra, who's been a big threat for Bournemouth so far this evening, goes over to the touchline, and it might not be Alex Scott. That's a possible bit of quick thinking from Andoni Iraola. Alex Scott has been sent out to warm up, but it's Lloyd Kelly that will replace Luis Sinisterra. We'll keep a check on what that means for Bournemouth in terms of their system. You'd imagine Milos Kerkez will be moved forward, but just get the ball back in play and see how Bournemouth set up. Højlund just tries to drop in midfield and win that one, but he loses out to Marcos Senesi. Højlund again with the flick on, but it's an easy one for Adam Smith to deal with. And as expected, Lloyd Kelly in at left back, and Milos Kerkez move forward. A free kick to Bournemouth just inside their own half. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with the foul. Looking at those options on the bench for United, the presence of 4 teenagers is obviously a restriction to what Erik ten Hag can do, but he does have Mason Mount and Christian Eriksen. Amad Diallo, of course, is back in contention. He was the FA Cup hero against Liverpool last month. There's Højlund, very deep here. The Danish international comes all the way to the halfway line to win possession for United. Wan-Bissaka goes for the reverse ball back into him down the United left. It's Kluivert with his hands all over Højlund there. He was appealing to the referee. Play on, says Tony Harrington. Casemiro tried to go for the slide-roo ball into Mainu there. And actually just fizzes through into the gloves of Neto. Bournemouth fans will be interested to know that Luis Sinisterra has been able to walk off the pitch and down the tunnel here. Certainly an injury concern, but possibility that it might not be as serious as first thought of. Here is Lloyd Kelly with his first little foray down the left-hand side. It's blocked off and bounces out for a throw-in. The referee just asking Kelly to pause for a moment. Willie Kambala adjusts his footwear inside the Manchester United box. Just over 3 minutes of the normal 45 remaining before the break here at the Vitality Stadium. Not the performance that Manchester United would have wanted. Whipped into the box and headed down, and he's off the crossbar. Another big chance for Bournemouth. And Milos Kerkez, nobody tracked him as he burst into the box there. He just crept in behind Diogo Dalot. Massive questions over Manchester United's defending once again. Kambwala was occupied with Solanke, and Kerkez in that advanced position just zipped in, headed it down into the ground, off the crossbar. Nothing Andre Onana could do about that one. And United centimetres away from going 2 goals behind. Real slice of luck there for Onana. He just flung himself in the direction of the header. I don't think he was getting anywhere near it if it had been just a fraction lower. Milos Kerkez enjoying the freedom that he's got in this advanced role. He's never scored a Bournemouth goal since arriving last summer from AZ Alkmaar. Nice turn on the edge of the box there from Altara. Feeds it into Cook. Trying to go back to Altara. Onana this time's quick off his line to deal with it. United now going back to patient building out from the back with Onana into Mainu. Garnacho. Just goes back to Mainu. Casemiro tries a clever little flick around the corner. That will free Højlund down the Manchester United left, but again he's tracked by Zabrani, and again he loses out. Kluivert just nips back into the right back position to help, and he's done really well there, the Bournemouth goal scorer, to find Solanke, and he's bundled down by Kambwala. Bournemouth happy to buy that free kick just inside their own half and edge on towards the break. And a very astute performance from Andoni Iraola's side in the opening 45 minutes. Solanke continuing his good form. 3rd Premier League goal in 5 games to take it up to 17 in the Premier League this season. Bruno Fernandes' equaliser was a bit of respite for Manchester United, but ultimately more ponderous defending for Erik ten Hag's team. And it's Justin Kluivert's goal as it stands that has Bournemouth in front. Free kick to Bournemouth. They tried to take it quickly, but Tony Harrington just blows his whistle. He wants that retaken. As Graham Scott flashes up his board, and we'll have 9 minutes of additional time. I imagine most of those built up by Tony Harrington's technical difficulties. And he's certainly proven a point here over this free kick, just ushering Lewis Cook back into his own half. And Senesi will launch that one forward. Solanke does well to get in front of Kambwala, but it's eventually dealt with by United. Nice ball forward from Casemiro. Fernandes dropping deep to find Garnacho. He's challenged by Kluivert. United just not able to knit it together so far. Højlund, Rashford, Garnacho, Fernandes, all talented individuals. well able to score a goal and create an opportunity, but aside from Fernandes' close range finish, there's been very little to speak of from any of them. Interestingly, all 4 players now on 7 Premier League goals for the season. Garnacho, Fernandes and Rashford. Manchester United have never had a Premier League campaign with a player scoring less than 10 goals. The joint low benchmark is 11. It's shared by Wayne Rooney and Anthony Martial from 2005 and 2016 respectively, but one of that quartet needs to step things up in the run-in if they're to avoid setting another unwanted record. Nice ball into the box from Fernandes, but Neto gave the shout to his defenders. He'll get his gloves on that one. Inscrutable expression on the face of Erik ten Hag. He looks angry and mystified in equal measure as the Dutch coach tries to figure out his half-time team talk. Lack of thrust in attack, and they've been careless at the back. Bournemouth have certainly looked to pounce on that one. The ball forward, that's a poor challenge from Dalot and Lloyd Kelly. The referee initially thought about a booking there for Dalot, but eventually lets him off with it. Frank telling off. Bournemouth have got an opportunity to load this one into the box. Right down in that far left corner, in front of the corner flag. Big guns are forward. Senesi, Kelly, Zabrani, Solanke, of course. It'll be Lewis Cook to take, right-footed. Sips it in. It's headed away by Casemiro. Cherries will float that one back in, and Kluivert again with a chance. And that's a huge save from Andre Onana. Again, the Manchester United defence nowhere to be seen as a ball came into the box. Kluivert got a good connection on that one, but Onana this time reacted in time to keep him out. But there's a line of Manchester United defenders on the edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody picking up, nobody attacking the second ball. And another massive let-off for goal number 3 from Bournemouth. The home fans might be thinking, hope we don't live to regret these squandered opportunities. Maguire looking to step forward from defence. He's going to have a go from distance here, Maguire. And that just about sums up Manchester United's first half here. No belief from Maguire there as he strode forward. Simply a lack of options that persuaded him to take the shot on. And Neto didn't even need to dive even. Something needs to change for United at the break if they're to have any chance of wrestling themselves back into this one. And Bournemouth will come again before the break. Here's Kluivert bustling through the middle, feeds it onto Cherries inside the box. Cherries goes down. Referee waves away the penalty appeal. United try and come again. Fernandes, bit of an ambitious ball around the corner to Garnacho, but he'll battle away with Christie there. Again, the referee says no foul. There's a claim there for Garnacho. He got out in front of Christie, but just not strong enough. Here is Christie again for Bournemouth. You get the sense the host will carve out one more chance before the break. It's 6 minutes of the additional 9 already played. United look like they want to get into the dressing rooms. Far too one-paced, far too many errors. Far too many players simply absent for the Red Devils. I'd be shocked if the same 11 emerges for the second period. It's been pretty dire from Erik ten Hag, and Bruno Fernandes there angrily just pounds his hands on the floor as he's pulled down. The free kick to United, right in the middle of the Bournemouth half, dead centre. United have a chance to load this one in. Fernandes will take himself, tripped into the left-hand side of the box, headed away by Adam Smith. Wan-Bissaka will pick up the loose ball on that left-hand side and trick his way on into the Bournemouth box, tries to find a cross. It's blocked, it bounces behind. It'll be a Manchester United corner. Smith tracked Wan-Bissaka all the way there. Double ricochet off the Bournemouth right back to win the corner for United. Fernandes, who will take over on the United left, hooks that one in right footed, but Neto makes the punch. Garnacho will keep it alive on this near right hand side. Dalot feeds it back into the box, headed away by Bournemouth. Now Rashford tries to spin away from Solanke to give Fernandes another chance to deliver from the left hand side, but Fernandes will come in field and try the shot, and it's off the top of the crossbar from Bruno Fernandes. Now that would have been something before the break. You're possibly thinking the United captain, frustrated with his teammates' lack of ability to get an effort on target, thought, I'll take this one on myself, and he's very, very close to a spectacular second. Just spins off the top of the crossbar. Neto just had to watch and hope as that one bounced over the goal. But again, you have to say, it would have been another undeserved Manchester United goal here at the Vitality, because Bournemouth have absolutely bossed this one from the start. Casemiro looks to help that one forward, and Højlund will try and back into the Bournemouth defenders here and win something, but it's hoofed away. Senesi and Zabrani just getting back to frustrate him there, and Onana has to be quick to get there before Solanke. The referee just checks his watch here as we tick over the 9 minutes of additional time, and that is it for the first half here at the Vitality Stadium. Manchester United struggles away from Old Trafford continue, and Bournemouth, boosted by mathematical Premier League safety assured, have turned in an excellent first half performance. At the break here on Flashscore UK, it is Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 1. We'll be back in just over 15 minutes with all the second half action. Welcome back to live Premier League action here on Flashscore UK. Half-time between Bournemouth and Manchester United. The Cherries leading 2-1 at the break. Goals from Dominic Solanke and Justin Kluivert, either side of a Bruno Fernandes equaliser, has put the hosts on course for a vital 3 points and raised yet more questions over Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. We do have a reaction from the visitors. As expected, a change at the break. Ahmed Diallo is on and Alejandro Garnacho is off. A big call made by Ten Hag as he looks to wrestle Manchester United back into this game and avoid an 8th Premier League defeat of the campaign. Just a reminder of the table, of course, Manchester United, who are still hoping to secure a European qualification position this season, 7th as it stands, 49 points on the board. That leaves them 11 shy of Champions League qualification. They're just 1 point away from a possible spot in the Europa League. Bournemouth are going to get us back underway here. Kicking from left to right. The home side unchanged on the back of a pretty strong first 45 minutes. Neto in goal, Adam Smith, Eli Zabrani, Marcos Senesi and Milos Kerkez. Lewis Cook and Ryan Christie anchor in the midfield, with Dango Otara, Justin Kluivert, Lloyd Kelly and Dominic Solanke. As for United, that change at the break, Diallo a straight swap for Alejandro Garnacho in attack. So it's Andre Onana, Diogo Dalot, Willy Kambwala, Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo in midfield. Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund in attack. United have themselves a throw in inside the opening 60 seconds of the second period, just inside the Bournemouth half on the right hand side. Dalot to take, finds his Portuguese teammate Bruno Fernandes just inside, but the ball back is hustled out for another United throw, a Bournemouth throw, as the referee changes his mind on that one. Can United form a response? Not been a great deal for them to shout about in terms of Premier League form in recent weeks, of course. Just one win in the last 5. The opening half here at the Vitality Stadium is as poor a performance as I've seen from them so far this season. As Fernandes just launches a hopeful ball forward and it's drifted out of play for a goal kick. Starting the second half as they finished the first, Manchester United. Quite sure if Bruno Fernandes was complaining to the referee or his Manchester United teammates there, but it's his bizarre decision to go from goal. Neto's goal kick is won well by Maguire. It's eventually turned over in midfield by Bournemouth, and Cook will find Justin Kluivert down the Cherries right. He's blocked off by Casemiro at the expense of a throw-in for Bournemouth. Smith just tosses that into the feet of Solanke, but he's bundled out of play. It's a busy weekend in the Premier League here on Flashscore UK, of course, as we build towards the final few weeks of the season. We'll have live audio coverage of the 3 Premier League games tomorrow. 2 p.m. UK kickoffs. Liverpool at home to Crystal Palace, West Ham hosting Fulham, and then the 4:30 p.m. game is Arsenal up against Aston Villa. Chelsea at home to Everton is the Monday night game, and then the Champions League comes back into focus next week. The quarter-final second legs, Barcelona at home to PSG. Xavi Hernandez's side with a 3-2 first leg advantage. And Atletico Madrid take their 2-1 lead to Borussia Dortmund. That's Tuesday's games. And then on Wednesday, 2-2 in the first leg in London as Arsenal go to Bayern Munich. 3-3 in Madrid as Manchester City welcome Real Madrid. Should be a cracking few days across the Premier League and the Champions League. Free kick to Bournemouth. Over the far side, Diogo Dalot just having a tug at Milos Kerkez's shirt. Opportunity for Lewis Cook to loft this one into the box from the Bournemouth left-hand side. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Cook goes short, rolls that across the box to Kluivert. It's deflected, hacked away by United. Again, so slow as they tried to come out, put Bournemouth under pressure. Neto had plenty of time to fire that ball forward. Lloyd Kelly's eventually blocked off inside the United box, but that'll get switched back across to the right hand side. Lovely touch from Kluivert. Goes deep across the box. It'll come all the way through. Again for another Bournemouth player. United just chasing shadows over on that far side. Kelly with the ball in this time, and Onana did well there to get above Dango Ouattara. It's a well worked free kick routine there from United, and a half-hearted shout for handball against Harry Maguire. Erik ten Hag already in conversation with some of his substitutes, and you would imagine there will be more changes incoming, particularly if the scoreline doesn't improve from a United perspective. Casemiro, that's a nice ball down the left to free Wan-Bissaka, but Zabrani's there first. Dealt with well by the Ukrainian. Yet to see Diallo get on the ball over on that Manchester United right. Ivorian was the FA Cup hero against Liverpool on St Patrick's Day. The latest of late winners. He whipped his shirt off in front of the Stretford end and was subsequently hit with a one-match suspension. He's yet to score a Premier League goal though, as he takes a tumble in the box there. Referee waves it away. Right decision that from Tony Harrington, and that will be a foul on this near side though to Bournemouth, as Wan-Bissaka catches Ouattara. The game has been a bit scrappy since we got back underway. Wan-Bissaka can count himself a little bit unlucky there. That was a good challenge on Ouattara, but the referee saw it differently. Neto gets us back underway. It's played long into United territory, and Ouattara will win a throw-in off Wan-Bissaka. Smith's ball in is eventually won back by United, and Casemiro tries to spring Rashford down the left, but it's Zabrani again who gets there first. Clearance is picked up by Casemiro. Just plays it left to Bruno Fernandes, just inside the Bournemouth half. Fernandes will try and get United forward, but Rashford is challenged by Solanke. Back to Maguire and Kamwala on halfway for United now. Interestingly, Christian Eriksen is one of the players that's been sent out to warm up by Erik ten Hag at this stage. You can still see him sat down on the Manchester United bench. Mason Mount has gone out for a little jog. Almost a mix-up at the back there as Smith tried to see that one back to Neto, but it's eventually smashed downfield by the Brazilian. It's well won back though by Wan-Bissaka. Plays it down the Manchester United left to Rashford. Fernandes tries the 1-2 with Højlund on the edge of the box, but Højlund not quite on the same wavelength there, and Lewis Cook will get back in and clear up for Bournemouth. Slight improvement for Manchester United in the last few minutes. Still yet to really lay a glove on Bournemouth in an attacking sense, certainly since the second half has got back underway. Trying to go a little bit more direct with Kamwala and Maguire. Lloyd Kelly's long throw on the Bournemouth left hand side, right on the halfway line, dealt with by Maguire, but Højlund can't hold it up. Cook just a steam forward into the Manchester United half, goes right to Dango Ouattara, but Bruno Fernandes is there to press Bournemouth backwards. Again though, United going in ones and twos rather than as a team, and Fernandes is growing in frustration. That's a nice switch from right to left by Cook. Cherries does well to keep it down and just hold off Dalot. Goes back to Lloyd Kelly. Nice ball into feet of Kluivert. He just spins away from two United challenges on into the box. Kluivert blocked off by Wan-Bissaka. Hoyland tries to help out and eventually he's given it away to Smith here. Bournemouth will keep this going down the right hand side if Ouattara can find that ball into Cook. Christie just gets across to challenge Fernandes. Great bit of skill there from Justin Kluivert. He breezed away from Kambuala, then Maguire, and it was Wan-Bissaka that eventually got across to make the block. Nice ball forward from Onana into the feet of Mainu. Long ball for Marcus Rashford to chase down the left hand side, and he won't get there. Adam Smith just shepherds that one out of play for Bournemouth. You get the sense that Marcus Rashford will see his number up in the next few moments. Really struggled to make an impact this evening, the England international. He's not the only one from a Manchester United point of view, it must be said, but with Garnacho already off and captain Bruno Fernandes posing a bit of a sporadic threat. Rashford is the most likely to depart. Throw into Bournemouth, just a few yards inside the Manchester United half. Smith. Solanke will win another throw in there off Rashford. He's been limping for the last few moments, Dominic Solanke. He's come over to the touchline a few times to speak with Andoni Iraola. Now that would be a big concern for Bournemouth. And this ball into the box to Kluivert. Cherries on the overlap, blocked off by Dalot. Cherries will just let that one run out for a throw in over on the far left hand side for Bournemouth, right by the corner flag. Solanke has indicated to the Bournemouth bench again, and I think the Cherries' top scorer might be withdrawn. Hopefully it's just a precaution, but he's in some discomfort here. The ball is played in towards him there and Kambuala gets in front. Half chance for Solanke there. Maybe at his sharpest he might have got across, but it's good defending from Kambuala. Bournemouth will have a corner. And for the moment, Solanke looks to be soldiering on. Cook to take over on the Bournemouth left hand side. Played in short to Christie, but it's well read on the edge of the box by Fernandes. Referee's blow for a foul there against Fernandes. Brave block there from the Manchester United captain. With a training ground set piece routine from Bournemouth. Almost given away there by Maguire as he fed it into Mainu. Credit to the teenager who's just eased away from Ryan Christie. United eventually forced back to Maguire. Here's Mainu again. Dalot dropping back into his own half to try and get involved for Manchester United. Space here for Maguire to ease into. Tries to find that into the feet of Diallo, but Bournemouth win it back again. Kluivert's got space to advance into the middle here. He's got Ouattara beyond him. Poor ball into Dango Ouattara. Bruno Fernandes back in position to deal with that for United. Justin Kluivert Kluivert was caught in two minds there, I think, as he waited for Ouattara to make his run. That long ball for Fernandes is easy pickings for the Bournemouth defence. Wan-Bissaka does well to just snatch possession away from Ouattara. I mentioned those Premier League lows for Manchester United in the first half. Lowest ever points total coming back in 2021-2022. 58 points and a 6th place finish. As it stands after 32 games, United have 49 on the board. Lowest ever Premier League finish, of course, coming back in 2014, that was 7th. Both of those are a possible reality for Manchester United this season without a significant improvement. They do, of course, have a FA Cup semi-final next weekend against Coventry City. Strong favourites to advance on into the Wembley showpiece. Chelsea or Manchester City, the opponents. We tick on past the hour mark here at the Vitality Stadium. No change since the break. Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 1. Dominic Solanke's 17th Premier League goal of the season. And a very smart finish from Justin Kluivert, cancelling out that equaliser from Bruno Fernandes. We've seen very little by way of a Manchester United revival, but that's it. Poor mistake from Smith to give away a throw-in. The Bournemouth defender just smashed that ball away, and Rashford and Mainu are calling for a booking against him. The referee says no. I'll be slightly lucky there, the veteran defender. I think the complaints of Manchester United actually helped him out. Tony Harrington won't appreciate being told how to do his job, I'm sure. It's a really smart piece of defending there from Senesi to get out in front of Højlund, but the Dane will battle back on halfway to win it back for United. Fernandes round the corner to Casemiro, now on to Giallo. He's bundled to the floor there by Kluivert. Free kick to United, midway inside the Bournemouth half, and it's a strange angle again for Bruno Fernandes to do something from, and he tries that quickly. Headed away by Bournemouth and cleared up by Lewis Cook, and there's a shouting match going on there between Fernandes and Rashford as Kobbie Mainoo tries to have a blast at goal, and the referee has blown for a penalty against Adam Smith. And once again, from absolutely nowhere, Manchester United have themselves an opportunity to equalise. Kobbie Mainoo just stepped inside, he smashed it goalwards. It's taken a ricochet off a Bournemouth player and hit Smith on the arm inside the box. It was Ryan Christie who made the initial block outside the Bournemouth area. Don't think there's a great deal that Adam Smith could do about that. However, the new handball interpretations in the Premier League this season, I think Tony Harrington doesn't really have too much of a choice, and he has blown for the penalty. Just being shown a replay here, and it's a bizarre scenario. Mainoo just stepped in off the left hand side, rather speculative effort at goal, hits Christie, spins up, hits Adam Smith on the forearm. His arms were tucked in by his body, but as we say, the ever-changing Premier League handball initiatives mean that is probably, based on the current interpretation, a penalty. It'll be Bruno Fernandes to take. Scored 29 of his 33 Premier League penalties for Manchester United. He's already scored once here for Erik ten Hag's side today. Can he equalise once again? A huge moment here for Bruno Fernandes. to get Manchester United back on level terms, and he does. Calmly dispatched by the United captain. Neto goes right, Fernandes goes left. Just waited for the keeper to dive and rolled it into the far corner. Another equaliser from Fernandes. Another stroke of luck for Manchester United. Nothing Smith could really do about the handball, but it's again a victim of the ever-evolving rules. And we are back level here at the Vitality. 65 minutes on the clock. Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2. 2 goals for Bruno Fernandes. And Manchester United try to find themselves a rare away win. No win in their last 3 Premier League games away from Manchester. Hoofed clearance by Casemiro inside the Bournemouth half as he tries to get United turned around quickly. Diallo to race away down the right hand side. He's got one-on-one with Lloyd Kelly here, but he's eventually forced to stop and wait for reinforcements. Dalot feed that one to Fernandes on the overlap down the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka keeps it alive on the edge of the box, but Dalot again goes backwards, crossed in towards Højlund. No real danger there for Bournemouth as Neto just gives the big shout to his defenders. Dominic Solanke incidentally has seemingly shaken off that injury. Looked ominous a few moments ago that he would be withdrawn. As if to demonstrate that point, he's just chased that clearance into the left hand channel, fed back to Solanke. Just fired that one off target. Initially I thought it took a nick off one of the Manchester United defenders, but it's just a wayward effort from the Bournemouth number 9, who's wincing again. Maybe that injury hasn't resolved itself. We are going to see a couple of Bournemouth changes in just a moment. Max Aarons and Romain Favre are both stripped and ready for action. Touch there from Fernandes down the United right to release Diogo Dalot on the overlap, but he's held up by Lloyd Kelly. Good challenge by Kelly. The referee gives a foul against Dalot. The United defender wanted a corner off Kelly there. The assistant referee flagged a foul in favour of the Bournemouth man. Will there be a late twist in this one? Manchester United have kept themselves in the contest. Bruno Fernandes' double has meant that Bournemouth just haven't been able to ease away and make that 3 points secure. Foul by Rashford on Ilay Zabrani. Throws his hands in the air, Rashford. With an accidental coming together between the two players, but it's a foul nonetheless. Just try to prevent the Bournemouth centre-back from building out from defence. The referee will just call a halt to proceedings here with 20 minutes remaining to let Bournemouth make those 2 changes. It's going to be Max Aarons for Dango Ouattara. I imagine Aarons will go straight into an advanced right-sided position. Adam Smith replaced by Romain Favre, so I'll correct myself on that one. Max Aarons in at right back and Romain Favre on the right side of the Bournemouth attack. To really make an impact at Bournemouth, Romain Favre. appearances this season, all of them coming off the bench. Iraola did, of course, make the decision to bring him back to the club in January from a season-long loan spell at Lorient. United try and advance themselves through the middle of the pitch. Højlund lays it off to Fernandes, to Rashford on the edge of the box, but again Rashford can't get a shot off, and Bournemouth will break here. Solanke away down the left, but United have got numbers back, including Rashford, who's trying to make amends for his mistake. Solanke gets inside. Dalot makes the challenge. Referee initially blew for a foul, but he's waved play on now. Bournemouth will switch this one over to the right hand side. Kluivert hangs that one into the box, but it's just in front of Dominic Solanke. Bournemouth still again the more impressive of the two sides, but the all-important scoreline means Manchester United are firmly still in the contest. Any XG fans amongst us will be fascinated to know 1.61 for Bournemouth, 1.01 for Manchester United. I think that gives an indication of how the contest has gone. It's almost a wobbly moment at the back for Senesi. Højlund just couldn't seize on it and race away. Senesi backed up by Zabrani, and that could have been a bit of a horror moment for the Bournemouth defenders. Instead they come forward here down the left with Lloyd Kelly, Christie. Squared back over to this near right hand side now with the two substitutes, Aarons and Favre. We've seen Kluivert and Favre switch between positions since he's come on, and Favre played a little bit more centrally, tried to trick his way past Harry Maguire there, but it's good defending from the United centre-back. Aarons thought about the early ball into Solanke, but Kambuala just dropped into the box to shut that one off. Nice dink forward, dealt with by Kambuala. Casemiro loses out to Kluivert on the edge of the box. Maguire with a big block for United. Bournemouth will come again though. As Justin Kluivert gets himself back to his feet, that was a solid challenge from Harry Maguire to prevent an effort, and the Dutchman is down. Maguire very politely gives him a hand with his cramp. The referee signalled over to the bench to say that Justin Kluivert might need some treatment here. Frustrating position for Andoni Iraola to be in, because Bournemouth have done their level best to be in front and taken the majority of their good chances. We've seen a few good saves from Onana. United 2 goals, or rather Bruno Fernandes' 2 goals, have come from a little bit of defensive indecision. That the game is in the balance as we move into the final 15 minutes. It's an extended break here as Kluivert is checked over. Just seen a shot of the Manchester United bench. Sofiane Amrabat, Mason Mount and Christian Eriksen all still seated. No hint at this stage that they're going to be called upon. That of course can change. Erik Ten Hag is possibly going to look for a way to win this game. Imagine if Manchester United do have any designs on European qualification. Victory is a necessity here today. Tottenham, Aston Villa, well ahead of them at the moment. And Andoni Iraola has indicated that he is going to make a change here for Bournemouth. Justin Kluivert is off. And the Getafe loanee Enes Unal is on for Bournemouth. Immediately into the action there, Unal, as he tries to lay one off at Roman Favre. Favre's then fouled by Bruno Fernandes. Possession for Bournemouth over on that far left hand side. Cherries feeds it to Kelly, and his cross is headed behind. It'll be a Bournemouth corner. Opportunity here for the Cherries to get their big men forward from defence. Some defending to do for Manchester United. Cook fizzed that into the near post, but it's headed away by Fernandes. Max Aarons is the last man back there to get Bournemouth restarted, and he'll burst forward down the right hand side now. Good spot there from Ryan Christie to give it back to him. Favre backs him up, switches it over to the left to Cherries. There's Cook again. Cherries will burst forward, tries to lay that back across the box for Favre. Favre's chasing back, conceives a foul. Free kick to Manchester United. We are going to see Mason Mount from a moment or two ago when he still had his coat on. The former Chelsea man is on for Kobe Mainoo. Just got another stoppage here as the referee just requests a moment to check on that substitution. He's happy for Mason Mount to come on now. United back up to their full quota of 11. Long ball played forward for Lewis Cook. It's eventually cleared away. Cook will try and battle back and loses possession to Diogo Dalot, who switched over to his left hand side. His cross into the box is eventually dealt with by Zabrani, but at the expense of it. Manchester United corner. United getting something from nothing there. Fernandes will go short on that left hand side to Rashford, but the referee's already blown for a foul inside the box. Holding. 10 minutes of normal time still to play here. Both fans, I'm sure, will be hopeful of a winner. Casemiro just drops deep to pick up possession from Dalot, and it's a nice ball forward from Casemiro. Tries to free Højlund away in behind the Bournemouth defence, but Neto's there first to make a booming clearance. Solanke will beat Kambuala to that, but Fernandes wins the second ball. United again now as Maguire flicks that infield, goes for the return ball, but he's missed out. Basketball game in the last few minutes as both sides start to push their case for a winner. Favre just tiptoes into the Manchester United defensive third, but he's shut out by Casemiro. Lewis Cook steps in there to calm things down for Bournemouth. Eventually he has to go all the way back to Marcos Senesi. Senesi tries to feed that one through the lines, but Ryan Christie's caught late by Diallo. Free kick to Bournemouth. Lewis Cook will just tell his midfield teammate to leave that for a moment, and he's going to cross this one into the box just to the left of centre, midway inside the Manchester United half of the pitch. Cook goes short though to Aarons. Aarons will drift it in towards Solanke, but it's eventually headed on, and Lloyd Kelly can't quite keep it in play. Onana's goal kick helped on there by Fernandes. Rashford will battle away with Aarons. Aarons goes to the ground. It's a free kick to the Bournemouth man. Rashford not happy with that one. I've been happy with most of his performance this afternoon, Marcus Rashford. Still stuck on 7 Premier League goals so far this season. As I mentioned before, no Manchester United player has ever scored less than 10 Premier League goals in a season. Bruno Fernandes is now on 8, and he is the leading Premier League goal scorer this season. Diallo just ran out of options there and opts to go back to Onana. Back over towards Diallo, but he loses out to Kelly, onto Kerkez on the overlap now. Kerkez is ball in, poked behind by Kambuala. Corner to Bournemouth. Very tightly poised as we march on into the final few minutes of normal time. Bournemouth thought they'd done enough to have won this game, but penalty call just before the hour mark has changed the complexion of things. Just after the hour mark, I should say. Bruno Fernandes once again levelling for Manchester United. Cook with the corner, goes deep this time, aiming for Solanke, but Maguire gets there first. Christie will switch it back in, but Fernandes makes the clearance. Diallo gives it away though. Aarons goes short into Christie, just inside the Manchester United centre circle. Goes left over towards Kerkez. Nice bit of skill there from Milos Kerkez, and Lewis Cook just dipped away from a tackle. His ball forwards deflected. Roman Favre will keep it in on this near right hand side. Can he find a cross? Kambuala with the header. And a handful of really important interventions from the Manchester United defender in the last few moments as Aarons bursts forward. That one's blasted wide of the post from the former Norwich City man. United just possibly playing with fire as they try and play short out defence. Dalot loses possession to Cherries. Fernandes again frustrated with his teammates on that one. Kelly with the ball forward this time, tries to find Unal. Maguire just about gets it back to Onana, but he gets his radar all wrong. He can only clear it out for a throw-in. That was an awkward one for Onana. Tossed in towards Solanke. He holds it up. Bournemouth still have it in the box. Christie goes down. The referee immediately says no. United players surrounding him, claiming that was a dive. And there's going to be a card in here. It's not for Ryan Christie, it's for Lewis Cook's protestations. Andoni Iraola is immediately over to the fourth official to complain about that one. We're going to get the benefit of a replay here. There was a little bit of contact, but I don't think it's enough to quantify a penalty. Diogo Dalot just stands his ground there against Christie. Christie has been booked, in fact. Just waiting for confirmation on that card for Lewis Cook. It looked as if both of the Bournemouth midfielders were cautioned by the referee, but at the moment it's just Christie. Oh no, it is Cook as well. We've just had an update on that one. Christie and Cook in the book. Awkward header there for Sabranyi, but Cook gets back to help him out and just opts for safety to play it back to Neto. Maguire with the headed clearance. Right back at him from Sabranyi. Entering into last chance saloon scenario here as Bruno Fernandes looks to stretch his legs, feeds Marcus Rashford down the United left, crossed in but headed away by Bournemouth. Casemiro picked the loose ball up on the edge of the box. Casemiro trying to find an angle for himself. Højlund goes to the ground as he tries to keep that one alive. Casemiro just needed a fraction more space to get the shot off. United still have it and they're still building here on the edge of the Bournemouth box. Fernandes is forced to go all the way across to Diogo Dalot on the Manchester United right. Wan-Bissaka will loft that one in, but Senesi gets there first. Falls for Diallo. Wide from the United substitute. Chopped kindly to him there inside the box, but it was a tight angle to get an effort on target. He's absolutely miscued that one behind the post. Enter into the final minute of normal time, and then it will be all eyes on the fourth official, Graham Scott, to see how much added time will be given. It's Casemiro. Nice ball into the Bournemouth half to find Fernandes. Arguably the one United player carrying the fight for them this afternoon, Bruno Fernandes, and it's fizzed into the box there for Casemiro. Bournemouth just being forced to defend a little bit more drastically than they have been. As United try and turn up the pressure late on. Ball forward to Unal, and he's able to win a free kick for Bournemouth on the halfway line, just ease a bit of pressure for them. Ball forward is aimed in the direction of Unal, but the flag is up against him. Foul on Kamwala. Yeah, it just came through the back of the Manchester United central defender. He's recovered well from his mistake for Solanke's opener. That feels like a long time ago now. Solanke's 17th Premier League goal of the season after 16 minutes. Bruno Fernandes with the equaliser on the half-hour mark, and Justin Kluivert put the Cherries back in front before the half-time whistle. It was Fernandes again to the rescue for United. Took it home from the penalty spot, and short of a late swing of the pendulum here. It'll be a point on the road for United as they look to keep themselves in the race for Europe. 6 minutes added on. Really good challenge there from Lewis Cook as he got back across to thunder in on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he's feeling that one, Lewis Cook. Referees flashed a yellow card at Neto there for a little bit of off the ball dissent. It's his 5th caution of the season in the Premier League, the Bournemouth captain, and it will mean that he misses next weekend's trip to Aston Villa. It's an unexpected blow for Andoni Iraola. Premier League survival, as we've been mentioning throughout, is already secure for Bournemouth, but their ambition will be to secure a top half finish. Got a relatively kind run in. Aston Villa away next weekend, followed by a trip to Wolves. Local rivals Brighton at home, and then Arsenal away before Brentford at home and a trip to Stamford Bridge on the final game of the Premier League season. Well, this one's not done just yet. 4 minutes of the additional 6 remaining. Manchester United in FA Cup action, of course, next weekend. That game will be available here on Flashscore UK as they take on Coventry City at Wembley next Sunday. Mason Mount wanted a foul there against Ryan Christie. Referee goes for a throw into Bournemouth instead, just inside the United half. Lloyd Kelly will come forward from left back to take this one. Can there be one more chance? United draw at Brentford, of course, at the end of March, featured 2 goals in added time. Mason Mount off the bench with his first ever Premier League goal, eventually cancelled out by Christoph Ayer as Unal tries to wriggle past Casemiro here and he's forced a corner. Good perseverance there from the Bournemouth substitute. Casemiro had little choice there but to just get a touch in and force the ball behind for a corner. Cook to go over and take this one. Delivered in, but it's headed away at the near post by Bruno Fernandes. Swept back in, and Diogo Dalot can only swing a leg at that one and keep Manchester United under a little bit of pressure here. Change of taker here. Ryan Christie's going to go over to the Bournemouth right hand side to take this one. Swings it in, left footed, again headed away, this time by Casemiro. Cook, who picks it up on the edge of the box. That's a smart ball into Favre on the edge, blocked away. Final touch, spins off a Bournemouth player. Favre won in a corner there, but it initially appeared to take a touch off a Bournemouth player, but probably should have been a corner. Marcus Rashford was involved. Played forward again by Bournemouth. Again, won well there by Unal. Feeds it off to Christie. And Christie charges on into the box. He goes down. The referee thought about it, and it is a penalty for Bournemouth. And Manchester United cannot believe it. Christie again involved in this one. And we have ourselves a massive, massive drama here at the Vitality Stadium. Erik ten Hag, as you can imagine, is not happy with that one. A chance out of nothing really for Bournemouth, I should say. But the foul here, which is what is being looked at, takes place right on the edge of the box. It's Willy Kamwala that catches Christie. United defender has one leg on the edge of the box, and it does look as if the collision carries on into the United 18-yard box. And this is a massive call for the referee to make. He is in consultation with VAR over this one. Tony Harrington just asking both sets of players to go away for the moment as he makes the decision. There is a coming together between Camboire and Christie. What's being checked for here? Is it intentional? Is it a deliberate foul from the Manchester United centre-back? It's a very close call. He does go across to block Christie. But is it inside the box? Camboire is on the edge of the 18-yard box as the foul starts. Christie is not. But the foul does continue on into the 18-yard box. A muddle of problems for Tony Harrington to get to the bottom of here, and this will decide the game. We're over the 6 minutes of additional time, so this penalty, if it stands, could be the final action. Again, Harrington just asking for a moment here. And he is going to the pitch side monitor to review it. And it appears to be that the decision has been reversed, and it'll be a free kick to Bournemouth right on the edge of the Manchester United box. A huge sigh of relief for Willy Camboire. The referee, you would imagine, is taken into consideration where the foul started, which was just outside the penalty area. And instead of a penalty, Andre Onana is facing a free kick. Final action here at the Vitality. Unal, Christie, both in attendance. United have got everybody back here in the wall to try and block this strike. Will Bournemouth try something clever, or will they go for the blast? Could potentially be Enas Unal who's given the opportunity to have a go here. Bournemouth are building themselves a wall in front of United's wall to try and make an angle. Unal to take, and it's blocked, and it's over for a corner, but only if the referee deems there to be enough time to take. There will be. 8 minutes added on. There's only originally 6 flashed up. But that penalty call means there's more tension for Manchester United to endure. Can Bournemouth find something here in the dying seconds? Cook to take from the left-hand side. Curled in deep to the far post. Onana will get his gloves on that one, and he wants to get United moving. Hurls that one forward for Bruno Fernandes. Diallo's not able to take it in his path. He's managed to battle back and keep possession. Now it's the Bournemouth players appealing to the referee over the full-time whistle, but United have a chance. Wan-Bissaka feeds it to Mount down the left-hand side. He's trying to find an angle for a ball into the box here, Mount. Forced in field by Zabrani. Now Fernandes. 9 minutes of added time have passed. Diogo Dalot, Fernandes. A little bit short into Camboire there, but United still have possession. Camboire's squeezed backwards. Fernandes will hit that one long, looking for Maguire. Help down to Højlund. Can he find a layoff? He's blocked off, but Maguire will pick that one up. Zabrani gets the clearance in. The referee's checked his watch here again, and that is it. A dramatic end to a 4-goal thriller at the Vitality Stadium. Not the win that Manchester United need to push their top 4 aspirations. But Bournemouth celebrate another season of Premier League football with a scrapping 2-2 draw on home soil. Goals from Dominic Solanke and Justin Kluivert cancelled out by 2 equalizes for Bruno Fernandes. Frustration for the visitors as they push for Europe. And Bournemouth concentrate on securing that all-important top half finish. Full time on Flashscore UK. It is Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2.